Hey guys, so today I am here to do the reading habits tag. This tag has been around for quite some time, but since I haven't done a video in a while, I figured it would be a good idea to do a tag video so that I can get comfortable in front of the camera again, because I have tried to do book reviews and I've had a really hard time with it. Also, if you guys happen to hear any music in the background, that is my neighbor who has decided to blast his banda music. I don't know if it's banda or what it is, but he has decided to blast the crap out of it. So ignore it if you guys can't hear it. Anyway, this tag has 11 questions, so let's get started. Question number 1. Do you have a certain place at home for reading? And yes, I do. I typically almost always read in or on my bed. I say in or on because it depends on the time of day. If it's at night before bed, I'm usually under the covers, so I'm in the bed. Or if it's in the middle of the afternoon, I'm on the bed, like on top of the covers. So yeah, in or on my bed. Question number 2. Bookmark or random piece of paper? I typically use a bookmark, but if I don't have a bookmark around, or I can't find one, or all of mine are used up in other books, I'll usually get a post-it and fold it up into like a little narrow strip, like into fours, and I use that as a bookmark. But I usually won't use anything other than like a folded up post-it or an actual bookmark. Question number 3. Can you just stop reading, or do you stop after a chapter or a certain number of pages? I usually have to always stop at the end / beginning of a chapter. It's very difficult for me to stop in the middle of a chapter, just because I feel like chapters are there for a reason, and they kind of it's like a story within the story somehow. So I feel like a chapter is always the perfect place to stop. Sometimes I do have goals for myself, like I want to read 20 pages in a day, or I want to read 50 pages in a day. So I usually stop after, like, how can I put it? Like, I usually stop at the next chapter after the 50-page mark if I do have a certain page goal that I am trying to get for that day. But if I don't, then it's always at a chapter. The point is, it's always at a chapter, whether I have a goal or I don't have a goal, it's always at a chapter. Question number 4, do you eat or drink while reading? And I don't, just again because I typically read in bed. I don't want to get crumbs or anything in my bed or on my book, so I usually don't eat or drink anything. I always have a glass of water around me, just in general, so I guess I drink water, but I drink water while I'm doing a lot of things, watching TV, on the computer, whatever. Question number 5, do you watch TV or listen to music while reading? I typically always have the TV on or the radio on in the background, no matter what I'm doing, just to create white noise and just kind of to keep me company. So if I'm reading, the TV or the radio may be on, but I'm not like paying attention to what's going on. So I guess I don't, but I kind of do, if that makes sense. Question number 6, one book at a time or several at once? I typically read one book at a time. That just helps me keep the story straight. I find that if I read several books at one time, I will sometimes confuse characters or stories or whatever, so it's just easier to read one at a time. Question number 7, reading at home or everywhere? I usually always read at home. I really don't like reading in public, like on the bus or at a bus stop or at a waiting room. I just feel most comfortable reading at home. Question number 8, reading out loud or reading silently in your head? I usually always read silently, like in my head to myself. I find it very difficult to read out loud, and sometimes I do read out loud just kind of like to practice, because I think it's a good skill to have to be able to read out loud. But I do have this really weird quirk where when I read, I move my lips, and so I'm usually kind of whisper reading, so I'm not reading out loud, but I'm not fully silent. And I think I got that quirk from my dad, because I remember my dad used to do that when I was a little kid, and I started copying him, and it's become a habit now, so I do it all the time. Question number 9, do you ever read ahead or skip pages? No. The most I will ever do is maybe skip to the last page of a book and read the last paragraph, But other than that, I usually won't skip pages or read ahead. Question number 10. Breaking the spines or keeping it like new? I will break a spine. I think a broken spine is a symbol of pride and honor for the book. It shows that the book has been read. Um, Although, like, perfectly nice spines are nice, but I don't mind breaking a spine. Also, I do typically get hardcover books, so I guess if you break the spine of a hardcover book, it's not as obvious as if you broke the spine of a paperback. And finally, question number 11. Do you write in your books? And I typically don't write in my books. The most I will ever do is maybe circle a page number because I liked something on that page, or put brackets around a quote that I liked. But other than that, I really don't like writing in my books. I feel very uncomfortable doing it. I think it's because of all those years when I was at school and it was sort of ingrained in me never to write in my textbooks. So to this day, even though they're all my books and I've paid my own money for them, I cannot write in them. So there you have it, guys. That was the reading habits tag, and I think I finished right on time because the sun has officially set, and I'm sure maybe the lighting has slightly changed in this video, but it's already like 8 p.m. So it's getting kind of dark, but I really wanted to film this video just to have something up this week because I haven't posted in a while. If you guys have done this tag, feel free to share a link to your video in the comments down below, or if you guys want to answer these questions in the comments, feel free to do so, or do your own reading habits tag if you guys want. I will definitely watch it if you guys let me know about it. Don't forget that you guys can follow me on all my social media. That's always in the description box below. But that's it for today's video. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!